Welcome folks, it's me, OGDuffy, with something a bit different for you all today. Now as you remember, those that watch my pickup videos, you would have remembered this bad boy, okay? An absolute brilliant game, but check out the condition of this. As you can see, look at the edge wear, look at the flaps, look at everything. It's not the greatest of conditions. Creased up, coming up there. So I told you back then I'm going to have a go at trying to restore this bad boy. So that's what this video is all about. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it, okay? I'm going to try and inject a bit of life back into this great old classic video game. Now, Super Nintendo cartridges and NES cartridges and stuff, always cardboard packaging, and us Westerners just didn't look after this cardboard packaging the same way they do in Japan. So, unfortunately, they get very damaged very quickly, and us collectors obviously like to keep them nice and a bit pristine and all that. But hey, you've got to pick up these titles where you can, because as we now know, they're not two a penny. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's do a bit of restorative work on Super Ghouls and Ghosts for the Super Nintendo. So to start with, a bit of a clean-up job on this, alright? All I use for this is just basic antibacterial wipes, alright? The camera may go in and out of focus a bit because I'm using a webcam to film this. So the first things first, I'm going to take this apart a bit, alright? There's my instruction book, as you guys can see, and the cartridge. Yeah, so the focus goes in and out as I obviously move my hands and the rest of it. So I'm going to fold this out, okay? And I'm going to start just by literally giving it a good old scrub with some of these. And I use a bit of toilet tissue or paper towel or whatever, just to sort of dry it off as I go. Alright. You don't have to use Wilco's branded wipes, but hey, you know, other brands are available. So I'm just going to give that a scrub all the way over, alright? And as you can see there, can you see the dirt that's coming up on that already? I mean, I've only just started, so obviously this is years and years of grime on this, so let's just get all of this gone, you know? There we go. That is the result. Bit of grime there. There's plenty of grime come off that, as you can see. So get rid of that skanky old thing. Bit of toilet tissue. Just give it a little dry off, okay. Now something that you may not see every day. OGDuffy, getting a bit domestic. What am I using an iron for? Well, basically, quite often they cave in because they're cardboard boxes and have creases and all that sort of stuff. So literally, I'm going to run the iron over this. So if you zoom on in and have a look here. So what I do, I'll flatten it out. All the tabs of that are flat, and you get yourself a little tea towel. This one is a Cats Protection League one, a great charity. And just drop your temperature. Obviously, I've not got the steam on, and you're just going to go over it ever so gently. Well, not even gently actually, because you're nice, but you know. I'll do it 2 or 3 times, both sides. And we will restore a little bit of shape back to the box. And we might be able to get a few of these creases out. Okay? So, you know, you thought you'd seen it all, but you really have seen it all now. I mean, OGDuffy, the domestic god that I am, doing the ironing. But I don't just iron clothes, you know. No, I iron Super Nintendo, NES and any other cardboard covers that are available. Just give it a flip, I reckon, 1 more time each side. And that's when the fun begins. The next stage is where the fun really begins. And that's when we start putting some colour back into the worn areas. And maybe a little bit of a repair work also with the tabs and loose bits and things. Just 1 more go this side. Obviously, as you've noticed, I haven't got the steam on, because you don't want to be steaming these bad boys, mate. Trust me, that would create maybe more damage. Now, that is it. I am done. So, I'm going to take this back upstairs now, my nice flatly ironed cover, and restore a bit of life back into this. So, first things first, and I cannot emphasise this enough to you. You may have seen these sort of videos on YouTube before, and they always break out a pot of Sharpie pens and go at it. Do not use Sharpie pens. I repeat, do not use Sharpie pens. Now, the reason being, Sharpie pens are it's a permanent ink, and if you start putting permanent ink on these covers, as soon as you put them in a certain light, they gloss, and you can see they really shine separately. Now, the pens I'm using here are water-based ink pens, all right? They're like brush pens, and they're all water-based. So, as you can see here, what I do, I try to get the best colour match I can to that section, and then I'll just brush it in and give it a wipe with the tissue as well, and just keep it going that way. On the edges here, it works quite well. Black works particularly well. But this purple, sometimes it depends on the level of damage as well. I mean, on some of this areas of this case, the print has gone and it's been worn down to the complete cardboard. So the best thing to do is that you just keep building it up, building it up, building it up. Now that takes time, and for the purpose of this video, I haven't done that. I might go back and revisit this one when I'm done. But as you'll see at the end, I'll show you the finished product. So it's just a case of having a bit of patience, and actually, this is quite therapeutic, you know. You might even enjoy doing this. Give it a go. Obviously, the creased edges are always the worst areas, but you just work through, keep blending, and but with this this particular colour, like I say, on these bits of card here, it was difficult because the print has gone completely. But we'll see how it comes up, and of course, I'm now going to speed things up because, hey, you don't want to sit and watch me colouring all this time, do you? I thought not. So that concludes the clean up. As you can see, I haven't spent ages on this, alright. It's just a quick one really. But the packaging with the ironing is a lot more solid now, okay. I could have glued these sort of bits here down with a bit of PVA and stuff like that. But hey, I just want to do a quick job on this. Now the final piece of the puzzle for this, obviously there you side-by-side comparison here, before and after. Now, as I was saying about the purple colour, because I use water-based ink pens, basically you have to keep layering them. So once that dries, I could go over it again and again and again to bring it up to the same tone. Just for this purpose of this video, I did a quick job on it just to show you what you can achieve quite quickly. As you can see as well, the black underneath the Super Nintendo logo there, the black takes particularly well. The black ink is great to use on these, and it just gives it a good overall lift. But I particularly like this bit in the top right corner. If you see the crease that goes through the tree and everything else, and as you can see there, I blended all them colours in beautifully. I did a good job on that bit. But again, as I say, I may well go back to this a bit later and relayer them purple tones and give it a bit more of a lift. It goes to cover. Now as you can see, the black is a lot better on the lines now, the side lines and stuff. Just tidies it up. Now the problem is with the colour purple on this, because it's lost the print and it's gone to the raw cardboard, you have to keep layering it. And I could have kept going and going and going and just blending it, but it takes time, and hey, it was just a quick one to show you guys. But the piece de resistance, the finale for all of these, are these game sleeves. Now if you haven't seen these are brilliant. They work out about £1 each, and And for certain titles, they're worth getting. All right, like my Star Wars ones, my Super Star Wars and all that. I pop all that in because I love my Star Wars, as you guys know. So what you do, you get the shape going on with these, all right? And then you have to peel the plastic off. My wife is always having a go at me because I'm forever nibbling my nails. And it's at times like this, if she was here now, she'd go, well, if you didn't bite your nails. But hey, you know, we've all got our little habits. That's one of my many. There we go, peel that film off, and there's some this side equally, and it gets a nice sheen to it. Just going to make this up. Fold the flaps. Pop them in position. That's that one there. Going to pop him in there like that. Keep him going down. That's done nicely there. Check, put it the other way round. This way it looks better if you do it the other way round. More bad, more bad. There we go. That's better. Pop him down like that. Pop his lip in. There we go. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. And the final one. And there we go. He is now in his forever case. Now, as you can see with these cases, they're brilliant. Gives it a nice sheen, and they look great on your shelves. So as you can see there, let's get it around the right way for you. Okay, this is it cleaned up. I say I could spend a lot longer on it, but it was just a quick video to show you how it turned out. Okay, so there you go. So if you want to have a go yourself, remember, don't use the Sharpies. Do not use Sharpies because that is permanent ink. Use a water-based ink. Okay? And that's everything from OGDuffy. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that subscribe button. Give me a comment. Think it's good, think it's not so good, etc. Do let me know. Anyway, as I say, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all real soon. Cheers. If you watched the video and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching.